Yeah, we are seeing JDBC, that is database connectivity using Java language. So if you want to do that, Java gives you library support for that also, and the library is present in java.sql package. So we are exploring the same package, and today we'll be seeing the interface called as ResultSet. Understood? So the topic could be interface ResultSet. See, like how I went on covering all the different packages in lang package, util package, regex package. Okay, same way you'll be seeing all the classes and interfaces in this package now, nothing else. So I'll tell you some need now, some concept we'll see, and based on that concept we'll see the logic. It is written in which particular method, that's it. So let's start saying, we'll start understanding all that. So what is interface ResultSet now? What is it basically? What is ResultSet basically? It's an interface present in java.sql package. That's what I told, nobody will by heart. So through experience we learn this. Okay, whether this is a class, whether it's an interface or not, and all that. Okay, and what will it do? It is used to accommodate multiple rows returned by the SQL statement. So today we'll go more into ResultSet. Fully in depth we'll go into ResultSet and complete the ResultSet. Now how do you create a ResultSet? Very simple. You have already done it. We'll say con.create statement, and after you get the statement, what are you going to say? st.execute query. So if you want a ResultSet, compulsory method which one you should call? Execute query only. So clearly understand the point here. It is used to accommodate multiple rows returned by the SQL statement. So it is going to store it. Now insert query, update query, delete query will never return you values. Understood? So that is why if you want a ResultSet, okay, use execute query and you select query. Execute query is the method, and pass the select query to that, and automatically you'll get the ResultSet. This is the approach. Are you clear with this? So you cannot write select queries using what? Execute update method and execute batch method. There you can't get it. Okay, in execute you can get. Okay, but there are two lines you have to write. st.execute, return type is statement, st, again st.get ResultSet. Two lines you have to write, otherwise you can go with only one line like this. See, this is one way to go. Other approach is what? Con.create statement. You will tell this. Return type is statement st dot create statement, sorry, st dot execute, con dot st dot execute, and you'll write your query, select. See, just not a star from EMP, but I'm not saying execute query. Which method I'm calling now? Execute. Return type of this will be what? Boolean Z. So now I'll write if true, something like that, st dot get result set. Like this you can write. This is another approach. Or directly you say, after you get that, ResultSet rs. You can get like this also. But here you have to write two lines extra. Generally we end up writing like this only. Both are correct. There are two ways to get. So you end up doing like this. Are you clear with this? So we'll continue with this approach only. Okay. So we'll continue this approach only because extensively we'll be doing like this. So let's start seeing the ResultSet now. So for this, first understand the table here. So today concentrate on ResultSet. So yes, we will have a table. The same table, usual table we'll take now. So we have employee ID, we have the name, and we have the salary. I'll just fill the values. So this is going to be an existing table now. So we'll run these queries, and finally you'll see these many records will be there in the database now. So once it is there, okay. So once we'll do this. So next, let's see what are the different ways to get the result set. See, why result set becomes very, very important is because we are going to fetch values from database, and all the values what we fetch from the database will be stored in this object. So it is from this location, okay, or it is from this object, the values will be supplied into your application. Understood? So generally till now what you are doing, you are telling select star. But remember, in your projects you will never be doing select star. It's very rare condition that you will be doing select star. Why will you be saying select star? Because in your database you will be having thousands of records. Okay, actual values required for processing will be very few. Understand or not? Your actual values required for processing will be very few. So for those few values, why do you want to retrieve the entire data from the database into your project? It is an overload, or it's an overhead for your application now. See this. See, user will be giving on his ID, enter ID. Okay, and he will enter his ID. And when this request enters into your application, what should your application do? It should connect to database. Yes, it will connect, it will fetch the values, and then it has to display whatever the value. Supposingly an ID has been entered as, okay, let me say I have entered an ID called as 105. So what are the records you have to display? Okay, I have to display it in the UI like this now. This is your user interface now. Assume that it's a it's a user interface. So these are the values it should display now. 101 Ravi, 105 Ravi, 5000. All these details it should display. Right now I am having only 3 records. Understood? Even if there are plenty of records, you should display it. For displaying this much, in your application will you write select star from? If you write select star from, what will happen? You are getting the point now? Select star from EMP, what will happen now? All these records will come now. Why do you need so many records? Not at all required. Understood? Only what values you require, only that you will be querying now. So means these are the values in secondary memory. The values in the database are in secondary memory. So those values you have to bring it into primary memory for processing or for displaying whatever reason you want. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you bring the entire data now. Understood? So you have to write appropriate queries now. So here comes your question of how do you write select queries. I have taught you plenty of SQL queries. Which one? Select queries in doing what? Database. In database I taught you a lot of SQL queries for doing select operations. All that will be helpful now. So you'll start writing those queries now depending on your requirement. This is one user interface I showed you. This is one screen. Like this you'll be having plenty of screens. Like you might say show only names, show all employee names. Understood? Or you might say you want the average salary, or you might want the total salary, like this. Anything, many screens will be there. So based on that, what will your application do? Request will come. There will be a button, enter ID. The user will click that. Once it is request is given to your application has to fetch the values, process it, and then give back the appropriate answer now. This is the correct way of writing application. So till now you have done select star from because that was the beginning of JDBC. But now we'll start saying more of result set. So now let's see how you write the queries one side, and once you write the query like that, how the value will be stored in result set. And once how the values are stored in result set you understand, now you'll understand how to retrieve the values from the result set. And then you can process it. Are you clear with this? So remember, never going to say select star from. Why? Because those many values are not required. Simply you are burning your memory in the application. Understood? Every time you say select star, here you are seeing what? 8 records, 3 columns. Sometimes you'll have 30, 40 tables in a project. One table having what? At least 10, 20 columns. That huge they will be. So imagine you start saying star and start bringing all the values, it's useless. Only what is required, bring that much. Process it, give the result, and do whatever you want. Understood? So this is the actual process. So that's why result set becomes very crucial now. Means always among the 4 operations, which one? Insert, update, delete, and select. Select is more crucial. Okay, because you should know exactly what values to retrieve. Okay, let's see this now. So I'll be showing you plenty of queries. Some queries I'll take here. Some of the queries what we'll see now are, I'll just put it into the these many selects I'll teach you now, and let's see how the result set is populated every time you go on writing the query like this. These many queries we'll see now. So we'll start off from the beginning, which you know. Select star from. What happens? Understood? See, this will be a, assume that this will be a Java program now. Understood? So these queries you start writing where now? In your Java program. So supposing I say select star from. Here you'll say rs is equal to st dot execute query. You'll write all those 3 lines and you'll write what now? Select star from EMP. As soon as you write this query in your Java program, what happens now? So this is your Java program now. This is the EMP table present in database. So request will go and see here one result set object gets created, no doubt about it. So in this result set object, what will you have? What is there in database? Same thing you'll have, nothing else. Ditto to ditto. Okay, means in what order it is there, same it will be here now. Employee ID, name. This I explained to you in depth. What is select star from EMP going to do? A name and salary. So there will be totally how many records now? 8 records are there now. It will be there 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 6, 107, 108. So 101. Same story. Rajesh, Ramesh, Ganesh, Revati, Ravi, Kumar, Rama and G1. So these many records will be there with the corresponding salaries also, because you selected these many values. That is why in your program you have got these many values. Understood? So yes, now the cursor will be pointing to what now? Where is the result set? It will be pointing to before first row. It will be pointing to before first row, and you can iterate. First row, when you iterate, rs start next. Okay, it will go to the first row, and from there you will get the values from the column. Get string of, get int of 1, get string of 2, like that you can go, or get int of employee ID, get string of name. Like you will start getting, and you will put a for loop. If you say only rs start next, you will get the values from the first row. If you put a while loop, it will start resetting all the rows like this, and you will get the record. Yes, so this you are clear. I'll take the next query now. The next query would be select name and salary from EMP. 1 second. Here what will be the code, for this query? You will be writing while rs start next, you will start getting the value. Rs start, what will you say? Get int. Get int of what? Employee ID. Rs start, get string of name. In rs start, get int of salary. You can say 1, 2, 3 also, but preferably we say this. So this is when you say select star from EMP for this query. So this is the first query what I am teaching you. Fine. Okay, so you will get all the values. That is okay. But the second one is more interesting. I'll say select a name comma salary from EMP. So when this happens, what happens in the result set? Result set is interesting now. What your result set will be having, you know? Can you guess? Only name and salary. So we'll have only name, salary. This is how it looks now. But I have still not given any condition. Where condition? So that's why I'll have what? 8 rows. Same story. 8 records you'll have, but only with name and salary. So name will be Rajesh, Ramesh, Ganesh, Revati, Ravi, Kumar, Rama, Jeevan. These many records will be there, along with their salaries. And again, where is the cursor? Always before first. That is guaranteed. So here result set will be this time now. So that is okay. So what will I say now? While array start next. That is okay. Yes, but this time what will you say? Array start get what? String you have to tell. Understood? So now when you are working with result set, be careful. Don't look into the tables, because the column in the result set, the first column or the second column in the third column or whatever columns in the result set will be depending on what? Your query, what you are writing. So this is the general mistake what everybody does. So what again they'll try to do now? Get int, they'll say. Fact is, your first column is this time what? Get string. If it is varchar, what you have to use? String. If it is int, what you have to use? Get int. Understood? So this is where the developers generally end up making mistakes. Understood? So they don't know how to retrieve the result set, and finally they face problem in writing logics. When you're not getting the value only, where's the question of writing logic? Understood? So it's as simple. So you have to say what this time? So array start get string of 1 also I can say. Means 1 means what? First column. Understand you're working with result set. Don't think you're working with what now? Result set is completely different. Table in the database is completely different now. Result set is a copy which gets created when you execute the select query. It's a virtual table now in the primary memory, and you are getting values from result set and not from table. You already got it from table. It is there in result set. So this is what you are saying now. Either you say get string of 1, or other one would be what? Get string of name. This is always ideal. I would recommend this only. Even though you can do this, do this. Similarly, you can say array start get int this time. So array start get int would be what now? Salary. So that is why we refuse to write what? 1, 2, 3. If you write 1, 2, 3, you will never understand what is the value. If I write 1 here, what will you understand? Here there are 3 columns, okay. If there are 10 columns, 1 is representing which column now? So better what you say, tomorrow for clarity purpose, you go with name. Then what? Salary, like this only you write. So it will be very clear, you are getting the values from which column of the result set. Are you clear with this? So simple. Next, I'll go with this. More interesting queries now. Select, same query, name, salary from EMP, where employee ID, or I'll write no, something like this, where I'll give a condition, salary is greater than 4,000. Now very interesting query. In the user interface, they will be on screen now. In the user interface, there is something like one option is there. Show me all the people's name and salary whose salary is greater than 4,000 rupees. User will click in that option. So to display now, why do you want to retrieve all the records? So based on that, you'll write this query, select name and all that. So now when the result set is created, can you guess what will be the values? See, this is the first result set. This is the second result set. Now the third result set. What will be there? Result set object will be there. But what will be the values? What are you selecting? Only name and salary. And that too which is greater than 4,000. So you'll have only how many records now? 4 records. That is how you have to understand result set. So only 4 you'll have. Name will be what? Yeah, Ravi, Kumar, Rama and Jeevan. So now even though in the database, how many records are there? 8 into 3, 24. How many records you have selected? 8 records. Means 2 from each row. In database, so many records are there. But you ended up selecting only 4 rows with 2 columns. Anyway, this is how you write queries now. So how you want to write a query? Whatever queries you want to write. But result set object is always getting created based on your query now. That you understand. And whenever you are saying get int, get string, be careful now. It depends on the result set query. Are you clear? So this time what will you say here? Because there are 4 records, I'll go on saying what? While rs dot next. Yes. I'll say rs dot get string of. Now this time also get string only first column because name and salary are told. Yes or no? So get string of what? Name. Then next rs dot get int of salary. So when you are working with result set, first look into your query. Only then you can get the values. Don't look into the table. Based on your query, result set will be populated. Done? Okay, some more queries. So here we are selecting multiple rows. Let me select one single row and see what happens. Means like, see this requirement now. See this query now. The 4th one now. Select start from EMP. Yeah, this you are aware. Start from EMP, you know what it is. It will give you the record, all the records. But I'll say where employee ID is equal to 105. Now very interesting. It will connect to database, your Java application, retrieves the value. But how many records are there? Only 1 record. But the interesting thing here is you have got a result set. Okay. Same way result set. This is where people fail to understand. So see properly. You are again having employee ID, name, salary. But you'll have 105, Ravi, 5000. Again the cursor is pointing where? Before first row only. Only 1 record. But still the cursor is pointing to before first. So here you no need to have to say while loop because there is only single record. Directly you can say rs dot next. Because there is only 1 record now. When will you go for while loop? When there are multiple records. So now no need. So directly I can say, see this. Once I execute that, I'll get the result set now. Result set rs is equal to st.execute query. Means assume that I have written this query here. This query. Okay. So I'll say if rs dot next. Better you say instead of while, you say what? If. Because sometimes what will happen now, you'll give a wrong value. 109. 109 is not there now. So conditionally check and then iterate. Understood? So slowly you understand that. So 105. So if true, what will I do now? rs dot means you put it in SOP or store it in variables. So rs dot get int this time. Yes or no? What is the first column in the result set? Employee ID. So it is get int. So get int of 1 also I can say, or better is what? Employee ID. Understood? So next rs dot get string of what? Okay, I'll go with this one only. We'll follow standards. Employee ID. Then what? Name. Then what? Salary. I can get all the values. Get int again. Done? Simple. Okay, that is okay. Sometimes you want to display only name and salary of employee ID 105. You want to select what? You want to display. Here we are only talking from retrieving point of view, but generally from the UI point of view we talk. I want to display only what? Name and salary. So what will be the query now? 6th query. Select name, comma, salary from EMP. Means this will display of everybody's. But I don't want everybody's. So I'll write where employee ID is equal to 105. So this time the result set when you get, very interesting result set. What will I have? 1 row. But I'll have only name and salary. This is our no result set, and I will have only Ravi and 5,000. Only 2 columns will be there. Understood? Are you clear? So here I will get what? Only 2 records. Array start, get string of name, and array start, get int of salary. Clear? For the last, I want only the name. Only name I want of employee ID 105. Very interesting. Select what will I write? Name from EMP, where employee ID is equal to 105. So in your result set, what will be there now? Only one record, only one value. RS will be there. You will be having one column called as name, and in this column there will be a value called as Ravi. That's all. Nothing more will be there. Are you clear? So what you want, you retrieve. Now you process, now you got the value. See, after getting it, you store it in your variables and start using, or you can do a print SOP. Are you understanding how to get the result set? So I am showing you how to work with single table. Now you should have the ability to work with what? Multiple tables. How will you do it? By writing joins. This is where joins will become helpful for you now. So what you have learned in database will heavily pay off now. Understood? So are you clear with the result set? I have shown you all the each one now. This is the 3rd result set. This is the 4th result set. This is the 5th, and this is the 3rd. Oh, I written 4. Okay, this is 5. This is 6. 6 queries I will be showing you. 4, 5, and this would be the. I will write it in the same case. 1, 2, 3. 4th query, 5th query. This would be the 6th query. Are you clear? First query, second query, third query, 4th query, 5th query, 6th query. Are you clear with this, sir? Any questions, sir? Are you clear? Shall I clear this now? You understood the concept now? This is concept. Now to understand this concept, for you to making you to understand this concept, I have to give an example. That's it now. Understood? So see, we will need some we'll have requirement in the projects while coding. Understood? So like I want one means I want only this one means what? These are the different queries. I want only this value, that value, and all that. So what Java says is you write your query. Okay, where will you write? In st.execute query. In the result set, you will get the value. Or use it from that. So Java is giving you all logics for you. We don't write any logics. Only you have to call the method. Call the method, send the argument, and you'll get the result. Are you clear with this? I show you the output now. Output is what? Now, see, I am teaching you concept-based programming, not output-based. I show the output, definitely you'll get the output. So what I am trying to do is, I am trying to teach you concepts. I am not trying to teach you output. Understood? So here more will be focusing on only concept. So this is a concept now. So I'll show you, give you an example which clearly makes you understand this particular concept. Are you clear? Shall I clear this now? So okay. And here how will you retrieve the value? Only one value you will get. What will you do? Array start. If array start next, you say if array start next, get string of name. Only one record you'll get. Only one, not even record, one value. Record means full row. Understood? Here you'll get only one value you'll get. Done? Okay. So this table I will require, let it remain. So these are the different queries. All these queries I have put it in this txt file for you in the project. Yeah, so see the new project today, what we have got. Sixth one is result set. So here, first you go through this program, which one? Result set demo. So this is the first program, go through this. Let's say this. So as it is, you know, you are declaring your variables. You'll get the connection, means first code step by step how I taught you. Understood? So yes, this you know already. Select star from EMP. What will it do? It will select all the rows and all the columns. Yes or no? So fine. This you know, you have any questions here, ask. It's pretty simple, you already know this. Oh, first I have to create what? I have to prepare the tables now. So let me do one thing. First I'll create all the tables first. So connect to Oracle. First keep all these things ready. HTTP, localhost, Apex. Or you can go to that shortcut. Windows, go to database home page. Both will go to the same location. We are logged in. There is some data here. We'll delete all that record. There is an EMP table here. It is having data, but only 4 records are there. So that's why what I'll do, I'll delete it and fill what values we require now. So for that, that's the reason I'm giving you all these queries. Clear? So what you do, you execute now. So I'll open one more new tab here. So here, yeah, execute it. That's it. So I'll drop the table and I'll go on creating. Done. So now let's go and check. So records are there, random order. Done. So what you do? Start executing now. So we are going with select star. Look how the result set has been. You'll get the result set. Carefully see now. So I'm getting the output. Okay, 101, 102, 106, 107, 108, 103. And look at this order. It's but you're getting it now. See here, 101, 102, 106, 107, 108, 103. In what order it is there in database? Same order you're getting where? 101, 102, 106, 107 in Java, in result set. Same order. Because you're just retrieving the values and bringing it to primary memory. Done. So in what order it is stored there, the same order you are getting it here. So you should be very careful. 101, see, just look at the number. 101, 102, 106, 107, 188 in database. And result set you see what is happening. 101, 102, 106, 107. Anyway, I can minimize it. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, so next. This is done. So this query I'll comment down. So you know what is star, there's no problem with that. But next we'll see what is the second one which I wrote it for you. So here what we are doing, selecting only all names and salary. Yes. So look, I'll run the program. So you're selecting what? Only Rajesh, Ramesh, name and salary. Okay. So now you can see here also in what order you got. Rajesh, Ramesh, Kumar, Rama. same way, Rajesh, Ramesh, Kumar, Rama, same order. Understood? So you will be getting it like that only. And one more thing is here, when I did that, carefully see what I have done. Get string of name, get int of salary. Only 2 records. If I try to write get int of employee ID, I'll get exception. It will not work because in the result set you are not having only. You are not having that record in the employee ID is not there in result set. From where will you get? It is there in table, but I did not write it in the query. So I will not be having it in the result set. So you can execute your query like this, okay, or you can do it like this also. What? 1 and 2. But does this give you clarity now? What is 1, what is 2? You will get the output, but later on you will only have difficulty in identifying 1 is representing which column, 2 is representing which column, and it is giving you what value. So that's why we prefer to go with name of the columns. Done now? So in real time, okay, see, you'll get the output. I'm executing it, perfect. There's nothing wrong, but only there is no clarity. So we always, when we code, see, I code, it should be understood by even thousands of people. Understood? See, always think, when you code, okay, you might write your logic, but it should be understood by others also. Why? Because see, once a project is coded, it will be referred by many people in the project for maintenance, for upgradation and all that. So whatever you write should be having clear clarity. Don't write logics in such a way that nobody will understand. Understood? So we follow an international standard, like how we code and all that. So that's the reason for, even though you'll be getting output, follow some standards. Clear this? Okay. So more standards I'll be covering later. Okay. How you code and all. So anyway, this is just an idea I gave you, how you code. Are you clear with this program also now? So in the result set there are, okay, by chance, okay, let me do one thing. By chance, if I say get int of 1 here, means if you say get int of 1, what will happen? Exception it is. And get string means looking at the database, I'll type now. In database, first column is what? ID, no? Don't see there. If you do all that, see what happens. Like this, you'll start getting error. Understood? And you start thinking, no, what happened, I didn't get output. So these are the things what you should take care. If you're careful enough, we don't write logic, sir. Every logic is ready-made, but at least you should have the idea to think what you're doing. Until unless you don't know what you're doing, you cannot get the output here. So I want to retrieve the value from the first column. That first column is of type string, so I have to get it get string of 1, like that. Understood? So be careful. So silly errors, simply you start roaming around. Understood? I'm not getting output. There's nothing here. Only if you pass correct arguments, call correct methods, call correct methods and send correct arguments, definitely you'll get output here. Understood? So to do that, you should be very clear what you want to do. Only then you can start writing the code here. Fine. So this is done. So then next, I want to select only names. Yes, fine. So what will be your query? Look at the third query. I just now taught you. Yes or no? Select name from EMP. So what will I have now? Only names. Again I am using while loop. Why? Because there are multiple rows. So while loop will be used only when there are multiple rows. Understood? So fine. I get only names now. Done? Okay. Next. Yeah, from here. Okay, here also. Okay, one second. So we are getting salary where 4,000, greater than 4,000. So fine. But I have selecting only what? 2 columns. Selecting only 2 columns, but salary greater than 4,000. Same story, but only 4 rows this time. Clear? So these are concepts which, in fact, I give you assignment, you have to get the output here. Understood? Clear? So that is the way you should have the ability to code now. In fact, I am teaching you. In fact, this is not my duty. My duty is to what? Give assignment now and used to start getting this output now. So practice. Clear? Then next, this is over. Yes, now we'll come to single row. Look at the query. Select star from EMP where employee is equal to what? 105. Only single row I'll get. Understood? So that's why I'm not using while. If is sufficient, even if, okay, see the output first. So I'm getting, but I'm saying star. That is one thing here. So I'm getting all the columns. Perfect. Only one record. So even if I put while, same result. There is no change. Yes or no? Because there is only one row. RS dot next, no record, false. But why it is? You only think, is it logical to use here while loop? Better to use if. Understood? So like this you think and write now. So generally we go with if. When there is a single row, no, we go with if. And next. So multiple rows you will go for a loop. And now what I am doing? Single row only, but I am selecting only name and salary. Look, in RS dot next I am getting only two records, name and salary. Understood? So that's it. So to learn to write queries now and get values. This is purely, see, JDBC is purely related to database. How good you are in database, that easier JDBC becomes. Because in JDBC we are doing nothing. We are only writing SQL queries and retrieving values and bringing into Java program. So how good you are in database, that easily you can write your queries there and fetch the values. So that is how it becomes highly related. Understood? So JDBC is highly related with what? Database. How good you are in database, that better you can write JDBC queries here. Understood? How good you are in JDBC, that better you will understand Hibernate now. That's the link. I already told you. How good you are in Hibernate, that better you can understand what? Latest advanced technology, JPA. Clear? So that's how they'll get linked. Yeah, now see a single value. Only one value. Select name. That's it. No the record in the result set. So in the database you are having all that. But here, see, only one value is there. You might be thinking, I am only accessing one value. Okay. If you want to access other value also, what? Just see this. What you want to try? Get salary, I'll write. I'll get exception. Nothing will happen. Only exception will occur, program will terminate, and you start wondering, I'm not getting output. It is not there only, you are not written in the query only. How are you trying to get it now? As simple as this. Invalid column name, it is not there. In result side it is not there, not in database. In result side it is not there. Clear? So practice. Here only practicing. More than that nothing else is there. So that's what is the introduction to result set. So what is result set now? Basically it's an interface as well as it is used to accommodate multiple rows returned by the SQL statement. That's all about result set. Understood? Yes. But now the interview questions will start. These are definite interview questions. This was an introduction. So it's a prime interview question. What are the different types of result set? Understood? Definitely you'll be getting it. What are the different types of result set? In fact, there are three types of result set. One is called a scrollable result set, updatable result set, sensitive result set. Understood? So let's start exploring now. You got the idea what is result set now. Let's see what are the different types of result set now. Okay, so these are the three types. First I'll explain what is scrollable theoretically. Then again I'll show you output. Then I'll give the notes for it also. Understood? Theoretically I'll explain what is scrollable. Yeah, see, this will be a Java program. And assuming that, I'll say select star from, say I don't have space, just I'll write the query, select employee ID, name, salary from EMP. But you write it where? st.execute query. Okay, so you have written the query now, you got the result set now. See, even when you get doubt, it's better you draw like this and check out. You get the clear idea. What is happening? You should have the ability to analyze. Initially while learning we do that. Later on this should come into your mind only. You should not draw and check. You should be so strong in JDBC. As soon as you see the query, actually you should start thinking now. Your mind should become result set. Understood? And you should know now what values are there in result set. That it should be your ability. So that's why I'm giving you a pictorial view of what is result set, result set, result set. Understood? Okay. So this is a pictorial view I'm giving you always, so that your concept of result set becomes very clear. So I selected and I got 101, 102. One more thing is, don't think always data will be in order. Here I draw and write so that it is easy for you to understand. It will be jumbled up in database. Understood? Simply always what I'll do, I'll keep on table and start drawing it, writing it like this only. But it will be jumbled up as you're seeing it. Understood? See, developer will get various requirements while coding an application. That you understand. That is why Java gives this immense support. And that is why Java's library is powerful. Understood? So his requirement will be, one of the requirement you know, you want a result set, that's okay. So by default, what result set you get now, okay, we are talking about the first one now. There are three types of result set. What are they? Scrollable result set, second one is updatable result set, third one is sensitive result set. So first we'll see what is scrollable. See, first the developer gets a requirement. He wants to retrieve values from database into the program. Java is giving you terrific support for this. Is there any shortcoming here now from the support of Java? No. Brilliant it is. But developer has more requirement. He will say, see now, as it is the result set, what it will do now by default now, it will only move in the forward direction. But you have a requirement now, I want to move front and back. So because developer gets requirement like that, Java goes on to give you, do what? Increase their library. Nothing else they'll do. You have a problem, they say instead of you writing it, understood, we will give the support. Only we understand now, that's it. So you're understanding, I'm teaching you, there is a problem, how the solution has been given by Java. There is a problem, how the solution is given by Java. Like that you learn Java, it becomes very interesting. Understood? So what is the problem now? I want to move front and back. Right now rs dot next, that's it. Again rs dot next. So once you move to the, by chance, I'll say rs dot next. See, I'll say, I got the result set, rs dot next. I'll get the values. Means without while loop I'm doing. Assume that I'm doing without while loop. I'll go. So I'll get the values. Then I'll say again rs dot next. I'll get the values. Again I'll say rs dot next. So right now I'm in which record? Third record now. Because 3 times I said rs dot next. Now I want the value from the first record. You cannot move back. How will you move back now? There is a method. Java is giving you that. But by default it will not allow you. Because by default the cursor is moving only in the forward direction. So I want to scroll front and back, bidirectional. So that is what you mean by scrollable result set. Understood? By default your result set is moving only in the forward direction. If at all you want, we can make it move for front and back. So that is the concept related to scrollable result set. Scrollable result set means moving front and back. That I'll be teaching you how to get. But understand this terminology is first. What is scrollable result set? Are you clear with this? Fine. So next we'll see what is updatable result set. This is theoretical concept. These are developer requirements. Okay. Next developer says something like this. I want the result set. Fine. After getting the result set, I want to do some updations in the result set. Where? Not in database. See, if you say st.execute update, where will the updation happen? Directly in the database. I don't want to, yesterday we saw how to do CRUD operation with data in the tables in the database. Right now I am not interested to do directly work with tables in database. I want to do updations here. I might want to insert update a record, something like 5th record, Ravi is there now, I'll change it to AAA, his name only I'll change. To what? AAA, this is updating. Or something like that, I want to delete a record only, 107 will be deleted only. Example I am telling you. I want to delete on record. Where? In result set I am talking. Understood? Also I want to insert one more record. So I am trying to do what here now? I am trying to update, delete or insert one record. 109 I'll insert. Okay, some name I'll take Vinay 9000. So where I am doing all the updations? In result set. So developer has this requirement. So Java will support. Yes, if you want that kind of a support, we'll give the support for you, and that is called as, that concept they are calling it as updatable result set. And remember one more thing. If you update the result set or if you do any changes in the result set, this will be reflected in database. That is also there. If you make any changes in the result set, it will be affected in the database. So that, anyway, the concept is what now? Updatable result set. So once I show you the output and example, you'll get this concept very clear. Okay, that's about updatable. Next thing, sensitive result set. Okay, see, this is your Java program, agreed. See, generally you are seeing all these programs in standalone applications. Means there's only one main method. Okay, but practically what happens, see this. We work on web-based applications. You'll be having user screens like this. Okay, and there will be only one application, and this application will be interacting with database. This will be the whole scenario later. Application 1, database 1, but users many. Web application like Yahoo, Gmail, Rediff. How many Gmail applications are there? Only one, but many users are there. But all will access the single application. That application is not having 10 or 20 databases. It's having only one database. Fine. So assume that one person will make the request and he'll get the result set. He'll get it. He'll write some query. Means the query will execute. He's got the result set. So he's already got on result set now. Say which is having 10 rows. It is having 10 rows now. When I say select something, some query will be executed, 10 rows are there. Now he is a normal user. Now meanwhile, when admin will enter, he is also going to work with what? Same tables, no? So he might delete 2 rows here. Where he will delete? Database. But he is also got a, means he is going to delete now. So means he will make the request, this will be deleted now. Fine. Now, what about this result set now? You have already written a query and got the values. You already written a query and got the values. Now another request, another person is using the same application, but that request has made changes in the database. You getting the idea, no? That request has made a change in the database. So, but what about your result set? Actually in database, there were 10 rows. Assume that there were 10 rows. When it deletes now, current rows will be what? 8. Example I am telling you. Understood? So in this happens, what should happen now? In your result set, should you have 10 or 8? Because you'll be writing wrong logic now. If you process with 10 rows, it might become wrong. Yes or no? Anyway, whether it is correct or wrong, that is secondary. But you understand now whether you want a result set which is sensitive to the changes made in database. If you want, you can get a sensitive one. If you want, you can get a insensitive one also. Sensitive means what? Here also immediately it will automatically become what? 8. Insensitive means what? 10 only will remain. Sensitive means it is sensitive to the changes made to the database. Insensitive means it is insensitive to the changes to the database. So these are the requirement of the developer, and Java goes on to support all this. Can you imagine? Simple man, just 2 arguments you have to pass. You will get what? Your required result set. You want a scrollable result set, updatable result set, sensitive result set. You tell what you want. Java says just pass 2 arguments to one method. Finished. Automatically you start getting it now. And do you know how huge this requirement is? Yes or no? It's a terrific requirement. Java gives you silly solutions for that. So till now you have not seen applications. So as and when you start developing applications, then you'll start understanding the problems faced by the developer, and then your requirement will increase, and Java says don't bother about that, be cool, we have got it in our library, start exploring, learn, use it. Understood? So doing all this with other languages is pretty difficult. Java goes on to give you very easy solutions. Are you clear with the concept of scrollable, updatable, sensitive result set concept? Concept is clear now? I have to show you output now. Understood? So fine. Scrollable, once again I'll explain. Moving front and back. Updatable means what? Making changes in the result set. Sensitive means what? Sensitive to the changes made in the database. Your result set should be sensitive to the changes made to the database. Simple. Yeah? Shall I clear all this now? Okay. So this table I'll need, I don't know how we'll manage now. Okay, this I'll clear. Okay, first we'll see whether it is visible or not. Or shall we draw the result set here? This will be visible, I think. First we'll see if it is okay or not. So first I'll be going with scrollable result set. First I'll show you only scrolling. Understood? It will not be visible. Okay, just I'll make. Okay, see this. To get a scrollable, updatable result set, first we'll see. We'll study this point first. Different types of result set. Yes. So different types of result set: scrollable, updatable, and sensitive. To get a scrollable, updatable, or sensitive result set, you have to use the following constants. These are constants actually. Static final variables present in what? The result set interface. These are constants present in result set interface. What are the constants? Type underscore forward underscore only, type underscore scroll underscore sensitive, type underscore scroll underscore insensitive, and concurrent. These are all 5 variables. Just I am classifying it into 2 categories. One category is result set type, and the other category is result set concurrency. Okay, so let's open result set and check from the Google itself, means in the doc itself. So it is having many constants. This result set interface, your interface can contain what? Only static final variables and abstract methods. Yes. See, these are the constants. So many constants are there. These are all int, and they'll be having some value. I'll print and show you what is the value of it. Understood? They are all some values. But right now we are discussing on, yes, see this concurrent underscore read only, concurrent underscore updatable. Yes. More are there. Type underscore forward underscore only, type underscore scroll underscore insensitive, sensitive. So these are the 5 constants we require to get what? Scrollable, updatable, and sensitive result set. Okay, these constants you have to use, means these values you have to use now. And these values, what you have to exactly do is, when you are creating your statement object now, when you are creating your statement object, see this. Java.sql package, you go to the statement now. Yeah, so what happens is, in the statement interface, con.create statement, sorry, in the connection interface rather. Go to the connection interface. In the connection interface, you have seen one method till now. Which one is that? Till now you use this method, create statement. Till now, without any argument. There are more create statement methods here. See that? Return type of all create statement is what? Statement only. Okay. So till now we are using this one without any argument. So now what I'll do is I'll use this method. Which one? The one with two arguments. I have to pass two values here. Both are int only. I have to pass two int values. Int and int. But it is asking me pass an int of type result set type and other one is result set concurrency. These two values you have to pass. And once you get the statement now, you have to get the statement first. First get the statement and then, understood? All you do is just say st.execute query. I'll tell you that permutation and combination. That's all. One extra method is, this is the method you are calling, man. If you want a scrollable, updatable result set, you are calling the overloaded method of what? Connection, create statement, and you have to pass those values. Now how will you pass that value? It is there in a result set interface. So I have to access and pass it. Means I'll tell result set dot type underscore scroll underscore sensitive comma result set dot type underscore whatever you want. Okay, but look carefully, look at the method here. It says the first one should be of type result set type. The second argument should be of type result set concurrency. First argument should be result set type, second one should be result set concurrency. But how do you know which one is result set type and which one is result set concurrency? So that is why I am documenting like this very clearly. These three are result set type, these three are result set concurrency. So in the first argument you can pass any of these three. In the second argument you can pass any of these two. Just for your understanding purpose I am preparing this table. But fact is all of them have been stored where? All of these are stored in result set interface. So this is my classification for you to understand. Understood? So for you to understand I am doing this. Fact is if you go and see in the result set now, see these are static final variables. Are they classifying it? They are not bothered. They are saying, they are just putting it, this is document now. So what we do when learning, we trainers do this actually. We classify so that you get a clear understanding on that. Fine. So I have to pass this. So that's why I have prepared a table now. So see this document now. In the first argument, con.create statement, I can pass any of these three. In the con.create statement now, see this method. In the con.create statement, what I should pass? First should be result set type. The other one should be what? Result set concurrency. That's it. Understood? So if you pass these two, you'll start getting it now. Okay. So now, yes, first we are going with what? Scrollable result set. So how do you get a scrollable result set? Very simple. We are going to the first one now. See, based on the cursor movement, we can divide the result set into two types based on the cursor movement. One is called as forward only result set, the other one is called as scrollable result set. Understood? Based on the cursor movement, we can divide it into two types. Forward only means I can move only in the forward direction. Scrollable means by direction. Simple. So cursor moves only in forward direction, it moves in by direction. Now, till now what you are doing, con.create statement and getting the result set is by default what? Forward only. You cannot move front and back. If I want to move front and back, all I'll do is just pass those two arguments. I have to pass what? Two arguments. So see, if you want a scrollable result set, okay, you have to pass any one of these two arguments. Which two argument you know? Either you pass sensitive or you pass insensitive. Any of these two you pass. Sensitive is also forward only, bidirectional. Insensitive is also bidirectional. Understood? Type underscore forward underscore only is, you know, it's very clear. It will move only in the forward direction. So if you want a scrollable result set, any of them will work. Either sensitive or insensitive will work. Any of these two. Understood? Okay. Now what about the second argument? That is up to you. If you want updatable result set, then say concurrent underscore updatable. If you want to read only result set, go for read underscore only. So right now I am not focusing on what? Updatable result set. I am only focusing on scrollable result set. So we will focus only on these two. Understood? So just if you pass any of these two arguments, you will automatically get a scrollable result set. Understood? So see, it's a combination is like this. This with any of these two, this with any of these two, this with any of these two. That's it. Means you can, first argument can be type underscore forward underscore only with read only. Then again it can be forward only with updatable, like that. Understood? So I'll conclude that finally, but first I'll talk about sensitive and insensitive. Fine. So that's what I've done. Nothing, there's no change in the program, but now see what luxuriously I'm moving around. First I'm saying what? Select, okay, this is okay. Select star. We have got the result set. It will print. That is okay, leave it. Now I'll say, yeah, select star, you'll get the result set. Sorry. We have got the result set. RS dot next. So right now we are in what? Before first row. Yes or no? Always you are in before first row. Remember that when in the result set, first your cursor, you select how many ever rows or how many ever columns, sir. That is irrespective. Single value, one row, multiple rows, always your cursor is pointing to before first only. So yes, it is at the before first. I will say RS dot next. I will get the record from where? First column, no? Yes or no? I will get the records from first column. Okay, I will get the records from first column now. One second, clear this. Okay, so I'll get it from first column. Now see, RS dot absolute of 4. So where did I move now? I'm moving to the fourth row directly. I don't have to say, see, there are 1000 records I've got. Now if I want to go to the 95th record or 125th record, I don't want to say 100 times what? RS dot next, RS dot next, RS dot next. Simply what you say, whichever record you want to go now, I'll just say what? RS dot absolute of that number 4 means you will move to the fourth row now. So fourth row according to us is what? According to our table, fourth row is Rama. Right now in our database. So earlier it will print Rajesh, then it will print what? Rama. Because according to our table in the database, this is the fourth row. Fine. Next, one second. Yeah. So and after moving to the row, now I have to get the values from the column. You are only moving in the row. Again you want the value from the column, you decide which value you want. I'll get all the 3 values. Because why? Yes, there are 3 values because I had said select star. I've got all the records. So now which column value you want, you decide, no? You can get it from the first column or second column or third column, all the columns. So this is your result set, it will have all the columns. So that's why I'm trying to get what? RS dot next, all the 3 column values I'm getting. RS dot absolute, all the 3 column values I'm getting. Understood? Then RS dot previous, now I'm moving back. So from fourth row, where will I go now? Third row. So we are moving in the, which one? Again I'm clarifying it to you. We are moving the cursor in the result set. Don't think about the table now. Leave the table. Once you got the values, finished. We are only scrolling in the result set now. RS dot previous. So from fourth row I moved to third. Fine. Relative. One moment. So what am I trying to show you today? I am exploring the members of interface result set. That's it. There are so many methods now. So one by one I am explaining to you. In connection, one method I introduced. Understood? Which one? Create statement. Yesterday I talked about 4 methods in statement interface. Today I am talking about the different methods in result set interface. Different members, variables, methods. Till now you are seeing get string, get int, and all that. Now we are saying next, previous, see. So previous, relative is one more method now. Moves relatively means +3. From whichever position you are, +3 positions it will move. Okay. I can also use a negative number with relative. For absolute I can't use a negative number. Absolute I have to use positive number because it will move to the exact row. Relative what it will do? Relatively it starts moving. So 3 means 3 positions ahead. -4 means 4 positions back. Like that it will. So we are moving front and back now. How you want to do now? What is the support you are getting? Can you imagine? You got the values from the database. You are scrolling through the values in the result set. Unimaginable support you are getting in the library now. Can you think of this support in some other language? Think. So then you'll understand how easy Java is. Clear? Then next. First. Wait, whichever position I move to what? First row now. Or if you want, go to what? Last. So after visiting the row, getting values is your wish. If you want to get the value, else leave the value. But I am just accessing and showing you all the values. And it is not mandatory that I have to get all the values from all the columns, sir. If I don't want, I will not get the value from the column only. I will get only value from what? One column, two column, that is my wish. But that's how you are scrolling now. Understanding what is scrollable result set? So your requirement was so big. What? I want to visit top to bottom, bottom to up. And the problem has been resolved with what? Just two arguments. Either you pass type underscore what is that? Scroll underscore sensitive or insensitive. That with anything else. Updatable or read only. Concur underscore read only or updatable. Finished. Your problem is solved now. What more do you require? So understand concepts first. Understood? See, always you think about writing logic. Do not write logic. Okay. What logic you want, you tell very clearly. Java gives you the support. You tell what logic what you want first. And in fact, I've shown you all the logics what you require. Ascending order, descending, everything is where? Java's library. Same, still continuing. Understood? So this is the story here. Are you clear with this? So how do you get a scrollable, updatable result set? Sorry, scrollable result set? Simple, it's there in the document. And I have documented it very clearly here. See this? I completed with forward only result set. Now this is scrollable result set. So if you get it like this, either sensitive, anything, or insensitive. That's it. And that's it. Now you can scroll however you want. So this is moving to rows. Again I am repeating. Okay, you can what values you want from the columns, you decide and get it now. Clear? We'll see the output. And now this time I will not be using while loop because there will be what? Okay, just see this. Because we are moving to perfect positions. Okay, so we have seen the output. One second. Yeah. Displaying fourth row using absolute. Understood? Sorry. Displaying using next. First row is what? Rajesh. So go and check in database first. First row is Rajesh only, no? In database it's like this. Fine. Same way you'll get your result set now. I'll do one thing. I'll put on while loop and show you what? Values here in the results. But the problem is if I put while loop, what happens? Cursor will be in the last position. Yes or no? It will be in the last now. So that time if I say again RS dot next, what will happen? False it will be. See if I put on while loop here. Before this if I do, what will happen? I will show you here. So it will iterate now. It will go to what? Last. And after that again if you say RS dot next, where it will go? So this is how you should be calculative in coding. Understood? So it will be in the last. Here I think what will happen, let's see. Okay. So then RS dot, this will work because it will come to what? Fourth row. This is not a problem. RS dot previous, that also will work. But here I only doubt about RS dot next. Let's see the output. Some exceptions occurring, invalid cursor exception, exhausted result set. So you should be ready to face errors like this and you should be able to understand why you are getting this error. It has finished. So after going to the last, it was more advisable than saying RS dot next. What I should have told? I could have told previous. That would have worked. Yes or no? See, this will work. Because from the last we are moving back. This will work. Understand how you scroll now? Clear? Okay. So anyway, the last record is what? First it will print all these values. Now displaying using next. Anyway, I didn't change that output. 105. Last record. Yeah, here only you see 105 is the last record now in the result set. See, these are while RS dot next. This is how we have got in result set now. And I am printing the first value. Displaying using next. I didn't change the output here. That's it. Displaying using what? Previous I have to say. That's it. Fine. So then, yeah, previous will become what? The last record. Then okay, using absolute. Fourth row, no? Yeah, which is the fourth row here? Rama. So it is displaying you the fourth record. Fourth record. Previous. Previous to Rama is what? Kumar. So previous to Rama is Kumar. Same way. How it is scrolling through your results. Understood? So like this, displaying first row. Last row is what? I visited all and I can. So I visited here or not? First, last, relative. Okay. So again I'll come back, I'll delete this while loop. So you understood now why you don't put the while loop in the beginning here? So I'll bring it back to what? If you put it also, understand how you are doing it. RS not, next I'll say. Yeah, now we'll see and I'll explain it to you very clearly. Yeah. So fourth row. Understood? Yeah, see here. Fourth row is Rama. Yes or no? And see here, that's what it's printing here also. Don't go with the number 107. Understood? Because it's be storing randomly there. Then next, displaying using previous. Previous to Rama is what? Kumar. Correct. Kumar. Then displaying using relative. But relative of what I said? 3. So means plus 3. From Kumar 3 positions ahead. 1, 2, 3. Ganesh. Correct na? Yeah, Ganesh. Then minus 4 I said, huh? Minus 4. From Ganesh minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ramesh. Ramesh here. Then first row, yes, last row. Simple. So that's how you're scrolling. Are you clear? Any questions still? Good. So sit and work. So here what happens? We work long hours only to see all this properly. So Java does not require intelligence. Java requires common sense and hard work. More you code, more you understand, your fingers will move in your coding project. Otherwise your hands will get stuck. You will not know what method to call and what to do. Understood? So code. The only solution to learning Java is not intelligence. You don't have to be 98% or 100% or 120% here. Even a person with 40% can code here. Because anybody knows how to call a method, send arguments. Anybody can do it. Yes or no? Don't tell me you don't know how to call a method and send argument. Yes or no? Anybody knows that. So that's how it goes. Okay. So are you clear with scrollable result set? Let's go with what? Next one. Updatable result set. Clear? So I'll make changes where now? In result set, but those changes will be reflected in database. First we'll see that. Okay. Yeah, before I move, just to see this, I'll read this document and proceed ahead. Different types of result set: scrollable result set, updatable, sensitive. To get a scrollable, updatable or sensitive result set, you have to use the following constants. Correct? So now I'm going with what? First one, scrollable. For getting, by default, if you don't send anything, this way if you do count.create statement, it will be always forward only. Just see this. This program I showed you, no? Yeah, this program I showed you. By chance, if I create the anything wrong with this? This is the normal way of coding. Yes or no? This is how you are coding, not till now. Now run the program. It is not scrollable. Understood? So what you'll do, you'll get your result set and try to scroll and you'll start getting errors. But why you are getting the error? You have not got the proper result set. It's not scrollable. By default it is what? Forward only. Understood? So it is invalid operation for forward only result set. Absolute method cannot be executed because it is not scrollable. It cannot move front, back and all that. Problems are there. So that's why you get errors. In fact, these errors are vital. You get the errors because in your coding projects, as soon as you see the error or exception like this, now you will get the idea what is the problem. I would recommend all of you to get errors and code rather than straight away getting the output. That is the way Java has to be learnt. Man always learns from what? Mistakes only. You know that, then commit it. Do mistakes, you will learn more. Directly if you get output, I will never say you learned Java. That is by-hearted way of learning. So don't by heart and learn, get errors and learn. Clear? So Java requires more guidance rather than what? Intelligence. So just add those two. See, result set type underscore sensitive. Even I'll make it as insensitive. Still it will work. Understood? Just I'm showing you all the possible options. Program is over. Still it will work. No issues. Understood? Now the second argument. That is irrespective now. Whether you send concurrent score read only, updatable, that is irrespective. Understood? Even if you send, because we are not updating the result set. Anyway, next point I'll be discussing that only. Understood? Are you clear? So just pass either sensitive or insensitive, your wish. Okay. So if you do that, now you can scroll through your result set like this. Done? Okay, the next point now, scrollable result set. Based on whether any changes or updating can be done in the result set or not, we can divide the result set into two types. Read-only result set, updatable result set. Fine. So by default, how you get is what? Read-only. Till now you are writing code like this now. Read-only. If you want a updatable result set, you know now what to do. Just pass what? Updatable. And preferably keep sensitive or insensitive this side. Why you know? Because when you are updating result set now, you'll move front and back. I'll show you now. So that's why better you make it as scrollable and updatable. Understood? Because you'll move front, back and all for updating. I'll show you. So better you make it as scrollable and updatable. How do you make scrollable? Either with sensitive or insensitive. Yes, this is mandatory now. You have to make what? Updatable. That's it. So now your result set will be updatable. Let's see. See, when result set is updatable, then we can update the result set. You can update it. That is, we can insert, update or delete a row in the result set. When we do any updations on a result set, then those modifications will be updated in the corresponding database tables. First, I'll explain the concept. So this is how you'll update it. Yeah, see this. See, I'm talking about result set now, not database. Updating a record in the result set. How will you do it now? So I say rs.absolute. See, I move like this because I want to update the fifth row. That's why you need a scrollable result set. Done? So after moving to the fifth row, I want to change the value in the second column. 2 means column number. The number of the column, second column. Understood? Or you can go with the name of the column. So I want to do two changes. One is what? Name also, other one is salary also. But whatever you want to update, you can either go with the number of column. In the result set, again don't talk about what? Table in database. We are all talking on terms of result set. So 2 will be changed to what? AAA, and salary will be changed to 555. Now, here be careful. Fifth record means don't think 105 will be changed. According to your table in database, that will be changed. Understood? Fine. Next, I want to delete the seventh record. Fine, very simple. First, what did you say? Absolute. Whatever you want to update, then you should say what? Update row. If you tell this, now values are changed in result set also and database also. Both places. Database also it will be changed. Result set also it will be changed. First result set it will be changed and that same value will be updated into database. Next, I want to delete record. Very simple. Delete row. So what are the things I am teaching you today? I am teaching you methods of result set. Notice, these are all methods present in result set. 5 constants I am teaching you in result set plus methods in result set I am teaching you. Understood? So do it. So once this is done, fine. Next I want to insert a record. You can still do it. But what is the method? First method I have to call. Move to insert row. I'll explain very clearly with diagram. Understood? Then there are 3 columns now. In the first column I'll give the value as 109. Second column name I'll give the value as Vinay or something. Third column I'll give the value as 999. And then I'll say rs.insert row. So now record will be inserted in result set also plus database also. So this is updatable result set. Understood? So developer gets requirement, Java gives support. You wanted a scrollable result set. Fine, take it, Java says. And for getting such a beautiful support, hardly what you are doing, just passing one argument. More than that, nothing. These are definite interview questions. Practice, work hard on this. Clear? Fine, next. So I mean to say now, let's look at our table now. What is our table? Yeah, I'll draw this table now so that it will become very clear. So according to our table now, 101, Rajesh, 1000. The next record is what? 102, Ramesh, 2000. This is in database now. Third record is 106, Kumar, 6000. 107, Rama, 7000. 108, G G1 8000, 103 Ganesh 3000, 104 Revati 4000, 105 Ravi 5000. This is how it is now. So when I get the results, same way values will be there in what Java program now. This is table in database. Same way it will be there in ResultSet. Yes. So according to this, now let's start seeing now. So I'm getting a updatable ResultSet. So for getting, I'm saying what? Concur underscore updatable. Fine. Now see this. First I'll print all the values. So how we have got now, same way it will be printing in Java program now. How it is there here, same way it will print. Leave it. Now I'll say start absolute 5. So this will be our Java program now. So in your Java program, you got this result set. So 101, next is 102, 106. As is your result set, same way values will be there now. I missed somewhere. I didn't write the first one, Rajesh. One not one Rajesh. I'll do this as 102. Yeah, only I have to change the ID. 106. 107, G1 is 108, Ganesh is 103, Revati is 104. Okay, this first one is Rajesh 1000. You think I'm correct now? Because it's very important now, because you're going to update it. Yeah, this is your result set. Where is it pointing? Before first row. So I'll say what? RS start absolute of 5. So where will the cursor move now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G1 now. It will move to G1's because RS start absolute of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the result set, G1 is 5th record. Now here, what am I doing? 2 means what? Second column. So G1 will be replaced with what? Overwritten with AAA. Clearly understand this concept? It will be updated here. Then I am changing his salary also. It will become what? 555. Done? Okay, then next update row. Here it is also updated. Here also it will be updated. What? G1 will become what? AAA and 5555. Done? Next. RA start absolute of 7. From here, yeah, 5, 6, 7. It will come to Revati. Are we correct? No rows. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are going to Revati now. So here what happens? Delete. So here also it will be deleted. Here also it will be deleted. Done? This is what you mean by updatable result set. RS dot move to insert row. This is very interesting. If you call this method now, one buffer memory will be created. Where? In result set. One empty row will be created like this. RS dot move to insert row means what it will do? One empty row will be created. Now what I will do? RS dot update. It's created. There I will put in the first column. What will I put? Because it's ID, I will put 109. Then I will put what? Either I can go with number or with name of the column. Name of the column is name. So I will go with what? Vinay. Then I will say salary 999. So first where I am putting these values? In result set. Now I will tell RS dot insert row. Now what will happen? Database also it will be inserted. Are you understanding the concept of updatable result set? Done? So that's it. Over. I have to just, you understood the concept now? I have to show you the output. So we'll run this code now, and I can do it only once, understand again. So that's why I took so much effort and write it. Because once you delete now, all problems will happen. Updation. Okay, fine, that's it. So all this is okay now. So first, yes, as it is, I'll show you now. You can see it here. So according to us, G1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be changed to what? AAA and 555. Revati should be deleted and one more record should be inserted. So this is how it is now in the database. So I'll run the code. Okay. Before updating, before updating, just I'm showing you the values in result set. But you know what is going to change now? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is in result set. So this will be changed. I've written it everything. This is in result set actually. So fine. After that, just go and see in the database now. Changed, no? Yeah, it has changed. I was not observing. So this has been changed to G1 has been changed to what? A555. Revati has been deleted and 109 has been added. Understood? Again, if I run the program, 7th row will be deleted according to this. Understood? See, if I run, I can do it. Now 5th row is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That remains same. But who will be deleted now? Ganesh will be deleted. Plus one record will be inserted. Because we are rerunning the program now. So just see this. That you practice now. So don't expect always the same output here. It's not like hello world. Whenever you execute hello world, always it will print hello world. Understood? So these are concepts. So as I told you, what was getting deleted? Ganesh is gone. Okay, go through all this now. Okay. So this is okay. This is in result set. Yes, in the database. Sorry. There it will not be showing you anything because it's the result set. So again, if you come here, Ganesh is deleted like this. So that is in what you are printing in Java console is result set. This is in database. Done? So go through all these programs. Yeah, before making changes, I'll print and then I'll update all that. So this is what you mean by scrollable, updatable result set, updatable result set. So are you clear with this? Yeah, by default what you get is read only. So updatable result set, based on whether any changes or updating can happen done in result set or not, we can divide the result set into two types. Read only result set, updatable. We cannot do any updating in the result set, but in updatable we can do updating. So following is the way to create read only. Just say const, that's it. You get it? Now when result set is read only, then we cannot update the result set. We cannot insert, update or delete a record in the result set. We can just read the values. Updatable means, see, it's very simple. Following is the way to create it. Pass that argument, which one? Updatable is mandatory. Then It's all same now. Same thing I have copied and pasted from the what is there in the document program. This is how you update the fifth record. This is how you delete a record. This is how you insert. So these are all methods present in ResultSet. Go and see which one now. Java docs. In Java docs, these are all methods present in ResultSet interface. Fine. Sensitive ResultSet. See here. Based on the ResultSet sensitiveness, which occurs due to any changes done in the database, we can again divide the ResultSet into two types: sensitive and insensitive. Now you already know how to get a sensitive ResultSet. Okay. See, anyway, first sensitive ResultSet. It provides dynamic view. Dynamic view means what? That is, changes are reflected in the ResultSet if you make any changes in the database. Insensitive ResultSet, it provides static snapshot. Static snapshot means changes are not reflected in the ResultSet if you make any changes in database. That's all. Okay. So now again, sensitive ResultSet. Example I'll tell now. See, when ResultSet is created as follows, it is sensitive to any changes done in the database after you get the result set. For example, if your query returns 10 results, if another application removes 2 of the rows in the database, your result set will now have how many rows? 8 rows. It is sensitive to the changes. So this is very difficult to show you right now because we are working with what? One program. So we should have one more program which will make all the changes and all. So just understand theoretically. That's sufficient now. Later on you'll get the clear idea about this. Understood? Means to give you a very clear idea also, see if there is one table now in the database and if there are 10 rows. How many rows are there? 10 rows. This is your application now and there are multiple users accessing your application. Multiple users. So one user will get the value, result set, and he will have how many rows here? 10 rows only. Because there are 10, he'll get 10. Now one more user of the same application, he might be an admin or somebody, okay, what he'll do? He'll make the request and he'll delete 2 records. So right now in the database, how many records will be there? 8. So you want the changes to be done here, then you go for sensitive. Automatically it will update. You don't bother. Don't get the result set again. You already got what? Sensitive result set. If you get that, if any changes occur, you are not only deleting, they might insert a record, they might update a record, anything they can do here. That change will be reflected where? In your results set. So that is our development requirement. Sometimes we need the changes, sometimes we do not need the changes. Based on your requirement, you decide to go for what? Sensitive or insensitive. There is no standard that every time you will require what? Sensitive. Sometimes you need insensitive also. When you write logics for application, you will understand. Sometimes you need sensitive, sometimes we need insensitive. So both support is there. So here, when another user, supposedly this is user number 1, user 2 will delete. User 2 will delete 2 rows. So now if it is sensitive, here it will become 8. If it is insensitive, it remains same. It will not change. It will be as 10 only. Here it will be 8, here it will be 10. That's all the difference. Understood? So theoretically understand? So this is the way you get it. What will you do? Sensitive is the argument and insensitive, you know how to get it. That's it. Over. So these are the 3 types of result set which you can get now. Scrollable, updatable and sensitive result set. So dead easy result set is. Clear? And these are all members, as I told you, present in interface, result set. Go and check. Whatever I taught you is there in the doc. Since you are unable to follow this document, understood? You are just seeing here. I am just exploring the library, nothing more I am doing. Clear? Whatever I thought. Still so many methods are there. I will be covering one by one. I will bring requirement like this and then I will teach you so that it will be an imprint in your head now. You will never have to forget it. Oh, this solution is here, this solution is here. That's how you will be remembering now. Okay, finally I will summarize. Let us look at the types of result set. Yes. So now see the permutation and combination. Con.create statement. These 3, any of, yes, we will keep it and see like this. Statement now. Yeah, we are working with which method? Sorry, connection, Connection, con.create statement. Yeah. So we are learning how to use this method now. That's all. we are learning how to use this method. You have to pass two arguments, result set type, result set concurrency. Both are int only. I show you the value of them. They are int. Okay. So then I classified it now. These three are result set type. The other two are result set concurrency. This with any of those two, permutation and combination. This with any of those two, this with any of those two. Understood? By default, what you get, result set. Remember this point. This point is very important now. By default, what result set you get is forward only and read only. Forward only and read only. Apart from that, you want anything, start doing permutation and combination. Clear? So what it is, see, forward only with concur read only means what? By default, you are getting that only. Forward only, read only, that is what you are getting. But forward only with concur updatable, yes, it is updatable, but you can move only in forward direction. Sensitive or insensitive, what? Bidirectional movement plus that you decide, read only or updatable. Okay. And yeah, difference between sensitive and insensitive you know, but both are bidirectional. Means if you want scrollable, any of these two. If you want updatable, this one. If you want sensitive, this one. Insensitive, this one. Just permutation and combination. How you do it, it's up to you. Yeah. So that's all about this one. And now finally, what is actual value? If you want to know in that, you can print and see. See, I got it here in this updatable result set. I'll comment all this and just run the program and show it to you. Anywhere you print and see. You want to see the value, see it. No issue. Just I'm printing 2. Like that you can print all the 5 values. So it prints 1005 and 1008. They are integer values. Understood? So what is Java telling is, see, if you want a scrollable, updatable, pass some integer values like this. See, they could have told pass 1005, 1008. If you want sensitive result set, they could have told pass 1005. But can you able to remember that? And in anybody sees in code also, it will not be very clear. Understood? See here, instead of all this, I can pass what? 1005 directly I can pass. But is it clear? No, that is the reason. Like this, you will be using many constants in programs. This is one place what you are seeing. The many constants you will be seeing throughout the program. Okay. So to make the program more readable, Java starts using what? Static final constants. That is why you will be seeing everywhere constants. If they say pass this constant, just pass it. It will have the required value. It's clarity. Now anybody sees that. See, how about passing 1005 or how about passing sensitive? Which is more readable for the developer? Sensitive. So that's why they'll store that value in one variable and say use that value. Understood? And don't do all that. Better is what you do. Result set dot sensitive, like that only you do. Just I showed you, made you understand why Java goes with constants. So interview questions will come. Have you worked with any constants? Yes, there are many constants present where? In integer class, max value, min value. So many places you'll be seeing like that. Here also you are seeing. Understood? So many places you'll be, because it's very difficult for us to remember that value. They store it in on, but I can remember that. Max value I can remember. Min value I can remember. But it's impossible for me to remember what? Those big real values. So if I told I want to find out the max value, I'll tell SOP integer dot max value. Simple. Understood? And that's the idea I'm giving you. So like this you'll come across many constants, integer constants. Okay. And today what I showed you is definite interview question, different types of result set. Okay. Highly asked in interview, I got prepared the document also. And here, from practical usage point of view, I'm telling real life programming. Very rarely we use updatable and sensitive result sets. Very rarely. But maximum we'll be using scrollable result sets. So work hard on scrollable result sets. Practical point I'm telling you. Theory wise we learnt everything. But practical point of view, scrollable result set is used more. Done? Okay. But you should be having idea about what is updatable and sensitive results. Okay. So this is more important. This okay. I'm not saying no, but very rarely used. Very rarely used. Yeah. So start preparing for interviews. That's it. That's it.